Now, effective communication with Phil Zeller, CEO, Dale Carnegie, Southwest Michigan.
Does your dog fascinate you? Does your dog make you stop and think sometimes? What are you thinking? What are you doing, dog? So, my wife and I picked up a year and a half ago a German Shepherd, and this dog is just so inquisitive. It wants to understand everything. And wherever I go, it's like my shadow. It wants to be with me. And if I go around the corner, you can hear the dog going, when you go around the corner and it can't see you anymore, to let you know, hey, you forgot me. I want to go with you. And what I'm fascinated by is, of course, you know, as we got the dog as a puppy, and of course it's torn up all kinds of things, I realized don't leave your Sonos speaker, your portable speaker, out where the dog can hear it, because the dog wants to understand what's inside that little speaker. And the dog chewed mine up like it was a chew toy. Within a matter of seconds, it was destroyed. And so my wife thought it was really funny. For my birthday, she got me a bag with a picture of a dog on it. And then I opened up my birthday present. What is it? It's a replacement speaker, a replacement portable speaker. And she thought that was absolutely hilarious. But getting back to the dog. You ever watch your dog and it's trying to do whatever you're doing? And this dog's so dang smart. It's like I'm out there clearing a path the other week. I'm trying to get the roots out of the path so people don't stumble on the path near my house and you know, trip and fall on the roots. And so I'm trying to dig them out and pull them out. The dog decides it wants to help out. So the dog is in there trying to dig the dirt around the roots and stuff. And then the dog had studied. It actually studied what I did. It saw what I was doing, trying to chop the roots out and then pull them out. And so then the dog had studied me for a minute or two, watching me do this. And the dog said, I'm going to help out. And the dog started digging a hole and started digging all around the roots, and then grabbed a hold of the roots with its mouth and started pulling on them, trying to yank them out. And I thought, wow. How inquisitive is this dog to be able to do this? And it's not just doing that on the path and pulling the roots out and trying to help me do it. I'm out in the yard, and if you have to mow your yard and you have to clean up your yard, a lot of times you go out there after a storm or something, you're removing the debris, the branches and the sticks from the yard, because if you're going to mow the yard, you don't want to drive over that stuff with your lawnmower. So I'm out there picking up the sticks and the branches in the yard, and what does the dog do? The dog wants to help. Of course, it picks up the sticks, and at first it wants to grab the sticks and play with them and bring them back to me. And then I'm like, no, I want the sticks in the woods. And so I'm throwing the sticks in the woods, and I'm actually explaining to the dog what I'm doing. That must have been a sight to see, right? I'm explaining to the dog what I'm doing, but then the dog actually starts doing it with me, taking the sticks off the yard and putting them over into the woods. And I thought, this is fantastic. Now, if I only spent more time training this dog. Now, you people who train your dogs, you know what you're doing. I am certainly not the dog whisperer. So for those of you who are, kudos to you. But I've just been blown away watching this dog and how inquisitive it is. Now, I think about all the time the dog has done things in the past 2 years to frustrate me, like tearing up my Sonos speaker and tearing the trim off around the house, around the doors, because they want to get into a room where you're at. And so they literally take the trim off around the door to get in there. And this dog has destroyed so much stuff, but she just looks at you like she's the happiest dog in the world, and no matter what's going on, she's happy to see you. Does your dog do that? I mean, Dale Carnegie talked about this. He was amazed at dogs, and he said we could learn so much. He had 2 dogs. One of his dogs was Tippy, and he said every time he got home from school, the dog would run to see him. Even before he got to the driveway coming home from school, the dog was so excited to see him. And he said we can learn so much from our dogs. You know, the dogs don't complain. They don't complain. They just do what they do, and they do it. They're happy to see and happy to be part of it. And imagine, as Dale Carnegie said, imagine if we greeted people the same way that our dog greets us and wants to help out. Imagine if you, as a person, were around and you smiled and you offered to help people and you offered to be of assistance, and you were just doggone it excited to see people. See what I did there? You were so excited to see them that they were excited to be around you. And as a human being, oftentimes we get so caught up in our own minds, we forget that the people around us are picking up on our attitude, and they're perceptive of what we do and what we don't do, and whether we're choosing to be happy and helpful or choosing to be sad or depressed or angry or whatever we may be. So make a choice. Learn from your dog. Learn like I'm learning too from my own dog. Just be happy and help out. And if you're happy and helping out all the time, you know, you're going to be welcome anywhere. Think about a dog. They're welcome everywhere. People love dogs. People always say, can I pet your dog? Well, just be safe, right? Be safe, my friends, and go out there and think like the dog. Be happy, be helpful, and you'll be welcome anywhere you go. Now go make it happen, my friends.